think we did it. I think we made it to the big leagues. Couple flips on some 4-strokes, and we're able to afford a 2-stroke. Drove 4 hours round trip to pick up this, I believe to be 2008 200, 250 SX EX. I'm not entirely sure, I haven't really checked, but it'll be in the thumbnail of the video, for $1,500. Bike ran, but it would shoot up and idle, like it would go, rah! It wouldn't hold a good consistent idle, so didn't hear it run too long. And the clutch doesn't work. 2 things I think we should be able to fix with minimal parts ordered, or for free if we just figure it out. Let me give you guys a walk around on our first 2-stroke on the channel. Run with my toxic love. Look how you make me happy. You take a hold of me. You take a hold of me. First things first, I want to hear the bike run. I want to make sure it runs good. So I want to figure out this throttle situation. The bike came with an extra carb. I believe this to be the original carb, and he put an aftermarket one on it. I would like to use the original carb. I think I've said in other videos, original carb is always the way to go. You want to fix your original carb, end of story. You don't want to buy a cheap aftermarket $100 eBay one. You want to use your factory carb. Your bike will run a lot better. And we could see, he bought a $100 carb, put it on it. You start the bike, at least when I was looking at it, it started and instantly to max RPM. So I want to take everything off. It's a KTM. It's a lot harder than everything else. But I want to take it all apart and get this carb in and hear it start. All right, get you guys in on the lore of the bike a little bit. I mean, with the throttle body, like that position there, pretty closed. I did it because, this thing was like sitting like this. So that would make sense why the bike was revving super high when I initially saw it. And the clutch isn't working. There's like a plate in here that pushes the clutch pack, so we'll figure that out. But to give you guys another walk around of the bike, nice kickstand, full FMF exhaust system, Brembo brakes, which is standard from factory, nice pro tapers, and the bike came with the original carb, I believe, an extra clutch plate pusher. I believe this is the one that went bad. He put a new one on it, but he thinks that one's bad, and a new reservoir. So we might be able to get it going with what we have, or we'll just have to order a couple new parts. We have a couple fairings that came with it, but I'm super excited for this bike. Mainly because we don't have to do a valve shim again, because there's no valves on this bike. So that'll make it a little bit more fun, a little bit more interesting. And we need a 2-stroke. Everyone calls out the 4-strokes for being a little wimpy, so I had to get the KTM. Okay, first things first, I want to see the bike run. So we're going to pop the petcock off, see if we have gas flow, and if the bike runs better with the throttle at where it is. It's also late, probably going to smoke out my garage space, so that'll be fun as well. Petcock here, going into the bowl of the carb. Let's just pull it out. Okay. Short little hose, get the bucket here. Let's see if I can get you guys an angle of this. Stay bucket. Oh, petcock on off. Turn it to the right a little bit. Looks like we have pretty good flow. Off, on, off. All right, I like that. And gas seems to be mixed. We're 4-stroke guys. I don't know my 2-strokes. 2-stroke guys will look at that and tell you that's a 38.6 to 1 ratio. I don't know. Looks black. It's mixed. I'm happy. Okay, we should have some fuel. The bike should kick on. Let's see if it does. Also, the kickstart lever is very loose, and I always found it weird how to kick a two-stroke. I never liked how it felt. Okay, it ran. Hold on. Oh, we're leaking fuel on the ground like I suspected, but let's see if we can get it to run a little bit more. Let's turn the choke on. Actually, my leg's wet too. Something spraying you guys? Bike runs and sounds nasty. Woo! Okay, I joined Discord to show the boys, right? Started the bike up so they could hear a little of the ring ding ding. And the bike didn't really go crazy in idle. Like it would idle decently high, but the choke was pulled. And it's because I tightened the throttle cable all the way into this. When I had the bike, it was pulled and stuck. And to give you guys a little context, the guy I bought it from liked to smoke a little bit of the crystal. You know, no harm, no foul. No shame to him. Do what you gotta do. But in result, he missed a key feature on why the bike was screaming in idle. It's because the throttle cable was pulled all the way. So I don't even know if I want to pull the carb and put the original one back on. I mean, we can. And we'll find out when I go. Let me turn the fuel off. It's leaking all on the floor. When I go and ride it, if it's super boggy, doesn't feel right, we'll go ahead and put the old carb on. But if I go take this thing for a rip and it feels good, we're gonna leave the throttle. So for now, we'll leave the throttle how it is, and we'll see if we can figure out why the clutch isn't working. And if it's as simple as the throttle was, my apologies. We didn't have quite the video here. Thankfully, we have another two-stroke sitting behind you guys that will definitely need a more in-depth video, but so far so good, and we're looking at a screaming profit on this bike so far. Fingers crossed if everything goes well. Let's dig into this clutch problem. Okay, got our clutch here, and loosey-goosey does nothing. I mean, this is all taped up here. Let's see if I can get this pulled back. There's something threaded in there. Good to see. I'm curious if there's any mineral oil in here. And that runs down the bike into here. Looks like you can bleed the system, whatever, but it sits back behind there. Kind of looks like a pain. So I honestly want to get the tank off because I want to give the rest of the bike a visual inspection. I want to figure out why there's, ooh, good thing that wasn't hot. That would have been a bad day. Why we have a nipple exposed here. And yeah, I just kind of want to get it off, take a better look at the bike. So let's do that now. That was mighty easy. Get you guys in here. Looks like the bike wasn't totally neglected. This looks like a newer top end compared to everything else. I don't think there's coolant in the bike either. None of these hoses are tight. And it looks like McKinney, made in Japan carb, definitely saying that wrong. So I actually bought a pretty good carb. Happy to see that. And we're missing something, should be plugged in here. It's not, no big deal. Bike sparks, kill switch works, so we'll leave all that. But I'm really happy how everything's looking in here. And man, we have, you know, quite the room to work in here, so it's amazing. I'm gonna try to get this off. Alrighty, missing bolt here, it's number 2. There was the bolt in here, extension bit, got that out. Now we have a little bit more room to look here at our clutch situation, so let's go ahead and pop that off. First things first, we'll see if there's even any mineral oil in here, and of course it's a Torx. Let's go get the right bit. It was really nicely tightened. Nice tray right here. Oh, yummy. Oh, it's so oily. It's dry. Okay, and it looks like there's like metal shavings in there. What the heck? I mean, this won't work because there is no mineral oil in it. Strange. We'll see if we can use .3 oil, or else we're gonna have to pick up in the morning. Alrighty, new morning. Got my white monster. Time to go hit the store. Got it running last night, just got it running again this morning, verify. Took a lot of kicks to get it going. I don't like that carb. We will definitely be putting in the original carb. Learning how to jet a 2-stroke good too, so it's key. And then we're also gonna go to the store and go get some mineral oil for this this clutch. It's not engaging at all. It's loosey-goosey. And these KTMs use a hydraulic clutch system that runs down here and feeds like a little pressure plate here that pushes down, which lets you engage your gears and whatnot. Here it is. I mean, I didn't do much looking online, but I saw a couple of these for sale on eBay for $300. That's not chill. So hopefully we can make one good one out of 2 bad ones. And we ordered the side piece here. And yeah, I have some grips. Probably put new grips on. But yeah, I think let's go run to the store and get some mineral fluid. Alrighty guys, we're gonna be looking at why we have no clutch pressure. So when we pull the lever up top, we have no pressure. There's no fluid up there anyway. But I do want to take off the hydraulic clutch slave cylinder here at the bottom and take a look at it. Got it all loosened up, so just last bolt here, and let's take a look. So get that bolt out. Before we look at that, the bike did come with a with the old one, and you replaced it for that one, which I think was another used one. And if we look, there's like the seal is breaking out of the plate here, so I don't see this ever working unless you rebuild it. Let's look at this one here. Okay, it looks good. I'm really hoping we just have to bleed it, because I don't want to have to rebuild or buy another one of these. It's just more time of rebuilding, and waiting for parts, but I'm gonna squeeze the lever and see if we see anything. So I'm squeezing the lever up top now. Huh. Alright, we need a new one or a rebuild. That is just squirting fluid out of the end here. I don't even know how that's possible. The seal in here must be bad. Okay. Fun stuff. Due to the fact we have two bad ones, I'm gonna see if I can take them both apart and maybe make one good one before I order parts. So take this banjo bolt off, the crescent on there, just like that. Rag shirt in here. Two crush washers, one on top, one on bottom. Keep those there. That looks fine. This comes out, okay. Got one separated. I'm gonna go ahead and mount this on here just to break it off for it's a little bit more manageable. So I'm just gonna do that now, and I'll get you guys on the bench and I'll see if I can pop these out and see what we can do. Okay, for my short trip to YouTube, I believe you just run a little bit of shop air through these and this piston will pop out, so let's see about that. That's indeed what happens. That worked pretty good. Okay. Here is the leaky one, and I see why it's leaking. There's a big old hole in that gasket. I mean, that gasket's fully broken. Okay, so if we could figure out that gasket, then we can figure out how to fix one of these today. So let's pop out the other one. Gosh, that comes out with some might. We'll keep these separated. This one doesn't have a spring. Should have a spring like this one. Alright. Same thing. Nice. Two bad slave cylinders. One's missing a spring, and both have broken rubber gaskets. I wonder where we can get one of those rubber gaskets. I have carb rebuild kit. Maybe something matches? Carb rebuild kit? Hold on. You know, this would make a pretty good seal. Use this one. Well, these both the same. These are. Which one looks cleaner? Both beat up. I like this one more. Make sure you guys can see all this good. Alrighty. Clean this up. See if we have any other O-rings in here. No. I mean, this is thick, very thick compared to these, but once you stretch it out, it should get pretty similar. And whew, if this works, I'll be quite the happy camper. Because all the rebuild kits for this thing are like $50. Yeah, this one looks way nicer than this one. It's such a small seal too. It barely goes over. This will be a lot thicker. I want to put a little oil on it. A little oil on that thing. Okay. Got it oiled up. Come on. Get out of here. You know, if we compare the two, if we stretch this out like it would be, you know, it's worth a shot, guys. This might work. Little carb gasket action. Keep a little bit of oil on it and see if we can how does this go back in? Does it just clean out in here too? I'm not entirely sure how this is going to go on without absolutely ripping that seal. Because without it, it probably just slides right in. Yeah, it needs that resistance. Well, even if you put this in. Okay, honestly want a little bit of this oil back. You know, I don't know how long this seal will last. Let's try it. Use this one, get the spring. oil this up a little bit. Get this on here. Get Kraft to use this thing. Man, it's so close. That seal is pretty stiff there. I'm just gonna let this sit for a little bit. Maybe it slides in. Okay, I like that. Oh yeah. Leverage is up with this thing. Okay. That worked way better. That worked way better, and the whole seal just busted back out. Nice. Round two. I'm not giving in to ordering a $40 rebuild kit online. Hit Harbor Freight. Got 2 sets of O-rings. The one we originally used, too big. Too big of a section. I believe that would be your section measurement, the girth of it. You can look at the girth on these ones here is a lot thinner. So I asked my friend ChatGPT, and it said we need an ID OD of like ID of 18, OD of 21 or 23 in a section of like 2.5, and there's one very close, like, you know, 0.1, 0.2 difference across the chart on one of the ones in our metric set. These cost me $20 for both, for 600 O-rings or 800 O-rings. I think it was mighty worth it. Uh-huh. Very nice. You know, honestly, these look pretty thick compared to this, so I'm not too happy about that. And we're looking for 116, which I believe to be this guy right here. Oh man, that looks gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous if you ask me. Wow. Look at that. Okay. that away. I'm going to use this one, honestly. Try a different one. Put that back in here. Okay. Get our spring on here. And let's see if we can put this together. Again, I'm probably going to put a little bit of motor oil around this O-ring for it doesn't rip. Just like so. Nice pinch of motor oil all around that. Drop this in here. Oh wow. Look at that. I mean, if that's not cash money, I don't know what is. Run it just like that. Oh, I hear air pressure running up. I hear air coming from the cylinder up top. Okay guys, we're going to start the reverse bleeding process. We're going to use some blood here. Mineral oil is what it recommends. We also bought an overpriced $20 syringe with an adapter to go in the bleed hole, and then we're going to reverse fill it through here all the way up to the reservoir. So we'll fill this up with the fluid, push it all the way through, tighten this back on, work the air bubbles out, and see how well we can get this system bled. So let's see really any air in there, so I'm going to thread this in. Just thread it in. I'm just going to start pushing and see if I see it come up from the reservoir. Son of a bitch. Okay. A little bit more. So that's nicely overfilled. Now the stupid part about the syringe is I need to try to get this off and not get air sucked back in the system as it all tries to push back out. So we'll try that now. Okay. Yeah, we kind of did something, guys. Bring you guys up here. You can see we have some of the reservoir here, and wow. Feels like we have a clutch. We're gonna try something mighty stupid. I believe the clutch works. And I'd like to verify before we move forward, take the carb off and swap carbs. I'm going to start the bike up and I'm going to pull the clutch in, kick it into gear, and hopefully I don't go flying into the wall. Hopefully. not smoking a lot. I hope that's a good mixture. But hey guys, we got a working clutch. First gear seems to work. I am mighty happy about that. Next order of business, let's see if we can make the factory carb great again. So we're gonna take this one off. Looks like a nice carb, but I want the original one back. Okay. That was about as painless as a carb removal can get. Nice and factory. And then there's like a Mikuni carb made in Japan. Also like a nice carb, I believe. Looks really shiny. But I don't know. They're the same size. I want to use this one if I'm going to be frank with you guys. Choke seems to work. Doesn't seem fully screwed in. I mean, we'll take it out and look, but I'm just gonna have you guys at an interesting angle, kind of right here in front of me. We'll see how that works. But oh, broken screw here. Nice. Always something, huh? Always something. Fine. The needle in here looks like it's working great. I wonder if we can extract this screw. Oh, we still can. Okay, nice. We got a replacement one of those. You can pull the float and needle all out at once. Inspect your needle. Make sure there's no crud on that, or if it's eroded, or it looks crispy. Shake your float. Nothing feels like it's in there. I love that. Use your factory one. Rebuild it. Okay, first jet out. What are you guys seeing? Are you guys seeing nothing? Because I'm seeing nothing. Uno, blocked up jet. We'll grab a replacement for this right now. It is rocking a 42. Okay, I started the another video for another bike on the channel, and it started with taking the carburetor off. I mean, you probably saw the bike in the background. This is the carburetor. I didn't think the slide would work for the carb on the KTM, but they're both Kenneth carbs. This one's like a 37, this one's a 36. Asked everything online, said it should fit perfect, so I pulled it off the new bike that we're working on. We're about to try it on the original carb that I want to use for the KTM, because that is one of the bigger holdups right now, and I mean, looks like that goes in pretty nice. Looks like this carb needs a little bit more cleanup, but look at that. Wow. Okay, well, I'm gonna keep cleaning this up. I'm gonna swap the bikes back around, and we can put the new hoses on the new hose clamps on the KTM, new carb, and I hope it runs good. Okay guys, got the new throttle on. Feels nice. Before it gets too late, I'm going to kick it and see if it fires up and how it runs with the new original carburetor. It runs it all. Wow, that runs amazing, guys. Got the pipe off, soaking in some brake clean. We get this sealed on better. Just break up all that smudge. Smoky. But now, I can go ahead and, you can see here, this clamp is all duct taped around. There is not a clamp here. There's not a clamp over on the other end, so we'll get that fixed. I really wanted to order some orange tubes, but they were like $100. And lastly, we will do this one right here as well. Two nice little O-rings. Can slide these. Just like so. Okay, I like that. Running nice. Got the clutch working. I just actually had to re-bleed it. It was leaking, but it looks like it's holding now and works really good. Throttle, super snappy. No more exhaust leaking. A little bit of a coolant leak, but that's about it. And it, I believe, is stemming from somewhere up on that line that goes through the frame. I recommend someone does a thermostat delete hose kit on this bike anyway, but I mean, if we just swing around, cold pipe. That was the 2008 KTM two-stroke. First two-stroke on the channel. Engine was fine, just ended up being carburetor, throttle, and the clutch. A little coolant leak, a little exhaust leak, a little bit of leak everywhere. Got it going though, I'm happy with it. The video didn't turn out the best. It was two-stroke, all these things. I was a little stressed out going into it, so I didn't get the best footage of everything, but I would like to change that on this bike right here. That Suzuki. So that'll be the next video, is a RM250. I hope you guys stay tuned. This bike will be getting a pretty big restoration, well, as big as I'm willing to go, but here she is. And before I go, for the KTM, we bought for $1,500, put about $150 in it. No, I bought for $1,400, so we're at $1,550. Probably try to sell for maybe $2,250 or $2,400. Try to make $500, $600, $700, $800 on it. We'll see. I'll probably adjust the YouTube title to what I ended up selling it for. I'm gonna post a video before I sell it because I'm gonna get the video up, where I can start working on another bike and another video. But thanks for watching, guys. That was the KTM 250 two-stroke or 200 two-stroke. I hope you guys enjoyed. Like, comment, subscribe for more. Again, sorry for not the best video. Each one I'm trying to do better and better. It'll take a little bit of time to get used to this. Thank you.